Let's go, let's go!
Alright, what's up guys? How's everybody doing? Black Clover 214, the chapter Sunrise is out. And as I'm reading this chapter, Sunrise, it captures me in the sense of, you know, the darkness has vanished and the sun, which is light, has come and is arising. You know, one thing about last chapter that was very interesting, it was the goodbye chapter, and we have, you know, new things setting in. So, continuing off that, you know, 213 chapter, Lich, well, not that Lich, but this Lich, with the help of Asta, helped return everyone to heaven, or the sky, or the afterlife. Rades used a special magic called Soul Abductor to steal someone's soul, and he actually used it on Patri. And he took Patri's soul and put it into Lich's body, which is hilarious because, and it's kind of poetic too, because Patri's reincarnation looked like Lich, and he even named himself Lich. And you know, he was the leader of the new reincarnated elves after Lich died, so he was trying to become Lich and embody Lich and embody the hatred of elves. So, you know, it's funny, he was just becoming literally like Lich, and now he's living in Lich's body, probably until the end of the story, or probably to the end of his days. You know, going back into this revival thing, and it's kind of funny because Rades, who brought back Patri, didn't know why he actually wanted to bring Patri back. Rades says a whole bunch of stuff, basically covering his butt, saying, "You can't die happy because you caused all this destruction." And then he says manipulation to people, and then he also referred to him. And the funny thing is, Asta kind of peeps that statement, and he's like, "This was really about you actually missing Lich." You know, which means a lot because that means Rades really enjoys the company of Patri. You know, being Lich at that time, you know, giving him purpose and meaning to his life, because they were literally, you know, thrown to the wayside from society. But, you know, Patri actually says thank you because he can finally atone for his sins, and Raya actually has a few words with him that says, "You're basically in the same boat as us. You won't pass on and you won't be with our leader Lich." And that's one of the things they cared about more than anything, being around Lich, and Lich gave him purpose. And you know, that was one of the biggest things because Patri loved Lich, Raya loved Lich, everybody loved Lich who was an elf. They basically made him see like he was a god, and they loved everything about him, and they can't be with him when they have the opportunity kind of to be with him. So it just goes to show how much they've grown, and they're actually trying to be accustomed into the world of Black Clover at the moment. So continuing off that, William actually walks up to Patri because if you remember, you know, Patri's soul left, so William has his body back, and William says basically, "I love you." I'm just kidding guys, but he really did say, "I never thought a day would come to where we will be able to touch each other." And then he says, "We share the same sins and we're best friends basically forever." That's kind of what he just says. "We're just dearest of the dearest friends. You're my dearest of the dearest friends." So William then takes accountability for killing King Julius and regarding his sins. And he actually requests Yami to take him to King Julius's body. I'm not sure if William was going to try to revive it, or William was actually just trying to see what destruction he helped cause, especially to one of his best friends in the world. Even Asta's confused because it doesn't seem like Asta knows about the death of King Julius. And it kind of reminds me because, hey, you know, Asta was fighting all those crazy battles at the time, and I don't think he was nowhere near the kingdom at the moment. So we continue off where the Magic Knights are actually helping the citizens of the kingdom. And as everyone's, you know, some people are relaxing, some people are working, and the other Magic Knights are helping out. Asta is actually healing because he had severe damage to his body. Mimosa is actually healing him, and Noelle's kind of comforting Asta in a naggy way. And the first emperor actually has a couple words with Asta, and he says thank you, for helping me out and getting rid of the magic that was even at my time. And Noel and Mimosa are like, who the hell is this guy in stone? And then Mimosa's like, oh, he looks like the guy who's on top of that, skull. And then Asta actually replies, says, hey, that's the first Magic King. And it's kind of funny because everyone's like, what? That's the first Magic King? Oh my god, oh my god. Like, they're not fanboying so much, they're just super surprised. Asta notices that the girl is actually Nero. And Asta has a funny bit with her regarding her being such a badass and becoming a bird and human. It's a really funny bit, guys. You definitely gotta watch it. You gotta read it for yourself. And if you guys are anime fans, then y'all gonna really enjoy it as well. And of course, Noelle feels jealous because any girl who's around Asta, she gets jealous of because she always thinks they're cute and all that. The next page we have the Magic King finally running out of gas, aka mana, and his stone body's actually crumbling because of it. And to be honest, I would have loved the Magic King to stick around and train Asta, I also wanted to see more of his abilities, more of his light magic, see the way he fights, and get more in depth with him. I think that he has a lot to offer to the story, but unfortunately it's about the current generation. And as Luminary is crumbling, Nero actually has an emotional confession of wanting to die with him, and he tells her to watch over this generation and guide them to prosperity. And he actually wants the best for Nero. He wants Nero to unlock her own potential, become even greater than she is at this moment, and he really wants to see her do her best. He wants to see the best Nero possible. He's not really gonna see that, but he wants her to be the best.
So we run back to Yami and William, and Yami shows William King Julius's grave. And the funny thing is that, like always, his body is gone. And a mystery, as he's like shocked and everything, a mystery voice says, sorry, I couldn't help through the commotion, but my magic wouldn't kick into a little later. And the voice says, I saved about 13 years worth of time. Next page, we see a younger version of King Julius, and he looks so young. I think he really is 13 years old. And William's face and Yami's face is just shocked because they thought he was dead. And man, like, Yuki Tabata has an incredible timing, man. In the anime, we just see the death of Julius, and this chapter we see him alive. Like, this is perfect time because everybody on Twitter, everybody everywhere, just like, damn, that fight was amazing. King Julius going down like that. He's one of the most OP'est characters I've ever seen, controlling time and whatnot. Oh man, it's just great timing, to be honest with you. And that's one thing I really enjoy about Black Clover. It's timing. And it kind of makes sense in a way, because time magic is an OP ability. For you to detect the future of mana, slow down and speed up a given area of time, and you can nullify attacks. It kind of makes sense since he did actually get hurt fatally against Patri, and he reversed time on his own body when he got slashed. I think it was through the chest. So it kind of makes sense that he can reverse his own time. But on the flip side, I think I would have enjoyed a new Magic King and would like to see how the kingdom will fare against other kingdoms and threats without a Magic King or a new Magic King at the moment. But then again, we get King Julius, and we just saw his amazing episode, and we for all those anime watchers and the manga, we saw so much great things from him, and we just wanted more. So it comes with the good and bad, so it's not an entirely bad thing. I'll take it. But so what we can take from this chapter, everyone, is that Patri is back doing the Kenshin thing, atoning for his sins that he committed in his past, basically killing people and manipulating them to do whatever he wants. Kenshin really didn't manipulate that bad, but he's just atoning for his sins, similar to Kenshin Himura, Batose the Manslayer. Nero is basically going to be Asta's new partner in crime,
Not like they weren't before, but I think there was this at this moment in time. There's gonna be a lot of more dedication to Asta and how Nero can teach him how to become better. And since Nero is actually lived in the past and she can now talk because she's in her human form, she maybe can teach Asta different techniques and different ways how to maybe not handle a blade necessarily, but to control his anti-magic. And she's a great healer from what it looks like too, and she'd be able to help Asta push himself beyond his limits. And also, you know, at the end of the day, King Julius is alive and he's young. You know, this chapter is definitely about how the new generation will carry on after the past, especially regarding the past's obstacles and leaving the fate of the world and the present. But guys, I really enjoyed this chapter. Let me know what's your favorite part about this chapter. What did this chapter mean to you when you were reading it? If you haven't read it and you're just this anime watcher, I appreciate you watching this video. I really enjoyed this arc. It was amazing. Brought back a lot of lore of the past, but we got a lot of more past to go into. So I think we'll maybe have more concepts and more people from the past showing up, because that's gonna pull a lot of power in, and especially since devils don't really age and they can live on and live on and live on. So I think this is just the beginning of devils and different worlds. Well guys, I really enjoyed this arc. This arc was amazing. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to your boy Packapunchtv for more Black Clover content. Peace.